going to call point 2, mindset. Your mindset is very important. So you can buy new clothes, you can go travel to another location. But if you already have a pessimistic mindset, you're going to go through life seeing defeat, seeing you're not able, seeing you're not capable, seeing you're very intimidated. As we're talking about these 10 spies that came back with so much negative report, they gathered references not to motivate them, but they gathered references to validate their defeats. So, your association can either motivate you, or your association can either also be used to defeat you. Have you ever been empowered or overcome previously by what you saw? When it comes to hope, when it comes to positivity, when it comes to life and its outlook, what is your legacy? Were there times where people's strength motivated you, or were there times where people's strength just shut you, silenced you and pushed you down? Or have you ever been frightened, right, by people's results? See, my brothers, my sisters, you are not alone, but generally, our eyes and our mind and our hearts, they work in a way, in a synergy that they help us either to push us to becoming a better version of ourselves, or they make us just stay right where we are, or sometimes it can be a degrowth. But you know what? In today's video, we want to explore a group of strong men, a group of vibrant men, a group of people that were capable of doing things that look befitting to their size, to their mind, and to their history. However, it did not turn out the way it was planned. But you know what? Park that in one corner. Let's explore today's video. Welcome to another Bible Facts. Into this Bible Facts, we're going to start from the Old Testament. And if you find the Old Testament in a way and you focus on the numbers, that's where we're going to. Our Bible Facts today is from the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers has 36 chapters. So it has 36 chapters. And in terms of verses, this one is a little much, but you know what? If you've done it before, trust me, you can do this again. You are well able to read the 1,288 verses in the book of Numbers. But today we're not doing the 36 chapters, neither are we doing the 1,288 verses. We're just going to keep it simple. Our focus in today's Bible Fact is taken from the book of Numbers, chapter 13, and this chapter 13 has 33 verses. In the story in Numbers 13, Moses, our famous Moses, he sent out 12 spies, a man representing each tribe of Israel. The criteria for picking these men, because they thought that they would look masculine, and they had that motivation because in the past, they've demonstrated this attitude of we can do it, we are well able. And so, that was not mentioned in the Bible though, but those were the criteria for their choices. However, the same criteria, the same strength, the same beauty, the same look were also their undoing. But let's go inside the story. These guys went to the land. They looked at it. Oh, it is beautiful. They acknowledged it. Oh, they looked at it. Oh, it is fruitful. Actually, God was really truthful when he said it is flowing with milk and honey. We have confirmed that. But you know what, Moses? I do not think that we can. See, this is where they got it wrong. Their mindsets were different from their outlook in life. Their thoughts, they took 40 days to process their thoughts of defeat. Well, it's so interesting how numbers were really numbers. 12 of them together, but they were separated by a tiny line. 10 were together, but 2 were together. You would naturally think that because they were 10 people, they would be able to be motivated, and they were able to know we can do this. Unfortunately, these 10 people, they settled for defeat. And these 2 people, the camp of 2, they were able to define what the victory looks like. But you know what? We're going to explore. We're going to look deeply into why these 10 people felt that way. These 12 men were separated into two camps. 10 were team 1 and 2 of them were in another camp. As we explore the reports of these two teams, be sure not to follow the crowd and have your parameters defined. Things you want to consider as parameters when you think through life is, what do I want out of this thing? What can I get from this? What you want out of something would definitely be different from what you can get out of it. And how do I want to feel? And how do I want this situation or this phase of my life to shape me? How can I be influenced? That is part 1. And how can I influence people? Let's see this team 10. Team 10, they had the opportunity to influence positively, but they came with so much negativity. They came with so much fear. They came with so much negative report, and they summarized their reports in different ways. The first thing that stood out for me is this. They had results. They had results. Not just results. It was not a verbal result. They had this result in their hands. But was result enough? No. Because they wanted to show something. The Bible literally said that they brought out their staff, they cut the fruits, they put it on their staff, and they brought the fruits to show to the children of Israel. You can find that in Numbers chapter 13, verse 24 and 25. But the result was not internalized. The result was obvious physically, but they did not think about the result. They did not internalize it. They did not allow the result to motivate them. They did not allow their result to push them forward. They did not allow their result to influence them. And so that's why the 40 days journey back home, they were all demotivated. They were all feeling like grasshoppers in their thoughts, but their result was still what? In their hands. So you can see people going through life, making moves and making progress. They are separated from their results. What is motivating you? Why not pause and ask yourself, what is motivating me? What is shaping me? What is pushing me ahead? See, now, point 2, it took them 40 days to return back to the children of Israel. But these 40 days that they spent returning back did not change their mindset. It did not change their mindset from defeat. The time you spend around the same people, your association, your influence, your environment, it has a way to lock in you in yourself. It has a way to influencing you either positively or negatively. The same mindset will always continue to limit you, and it is the same mindset that will either propel you or push you forward. So what I'm going to call point 2, mindset. Your mindset is very important. So you can buy new clothes, you can go travel to another location. But if you already have a pessimistic mindset, you're going to go through life seeing defeat, seeing you're not able, seeing you're not capable, seeing you're very intimidated, seeing you're always defeated. However, it is your association. When you start having negative mindset, when you start thinking negatively back to back, pause and look at who have you been spending your time with on the phone? Who have you been spending your time with chatting? Who have you been spending your time with around you? You will most likely see that there is some people around you that are negative. They don't see goodness, they don't see progress. All they see is all the negative cycles of life. You know what? Take your shoes off your feet and what? Run. In other words, change your circle. Is that all? No. Your words and your fruits or your results can be different. Yes. The things that comes out of your mouth and the things that you achieve can be different. And that also comes back to feed into your mindset. And so they brought fruits, but their words were defeating. They brought fruits from the land. They saw the beauty of the land. They saw the prosperity in the land. However, their words did not even see the possibility that they can be in that land one day. As you go through life, fruit is not enough, and that should not define your choices. Fruit should not define your choices. That is not enough. Oh, this person is driving a new car. Oh, this person is doing this. That shouldn't define your choices. And so check your motivation. Check what is inside, right? At every phase in life, pause and connect with your mindset. Connect with your mindset. See how far you are. Are you making progress? Are you standing still? Are you depreciating? Check this thing. That is going to be your lifeline. Is that all? No. Guess what? Accepted progress. So these are the components that would make you look like those Team 10. Did they accept the goodness? Or they only compare themselves with the physical? By the way, if you've watched this video to this point, you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Accept the goodness of the land. Smash the subscribe button. And wait a minute. Oh, you've subscribed, you're just smiling. Oh, you, I love these colors. Oh, you, oh, I like this video. And by the way, do you know that you can help us reach more goals and more Bible enthusiasts if you just do well to share this video on your WhatsApp status, or anybody, just share it, show some love and share this video. And you know what? That is another way of accepting good things and, connecting with good people. But anyway, let's go back to our gist. As we're talking about these 10 spies that came back with so much negative report, they gathered references not to motivate them, but they gathered references to validate their defeats. So you can either use things. Your references can either validate your motivation, can validate either to motivate you, or your references can either be used to defeat you. Your association can either motivate you, or your association can either also be used to defeat you. Or if they don't even defeat you, you can also stand still. So, your references can be association, your references can be the people you talk with, your references can also be what you are exposed to, what you see, how you process it. These can be your references. So, if you cannot remember anything from today's video, pause, think about your mindset. Also pause to think about your references. What are references? What you have piled up in your heart. It can either validate your motivation, it can either validate your stagnation, or it can either validate to defeat you. So, once in a while, do some cleaning. Not the outside, leave the external alone. Clean up your mind, clean up your faith level, clean up your fear level. I always like to share this. It's the same strength that you used to be afraid. That is that same strength that, in fact, you even use lesser energy to believe. Fear, defeat takes more energy, takes more strength than faith. Why not convert 10% of your fear and defeat state, and just only 10% convert it to believe, convert it to being optimistic, convert it to being bold. Let's see these two people, they're two. It is crowd is just a number. Caleb and Joshua. What did they say? I know you already know the story, but sometimes it's not just, you just know the story, but you're not familiar with the process. I want to highlight that process. You know how we highlighted Ruth and Boaz, and that brought a lot of clarity. Caleb and Joshua, they were first thoughtful. The two team, they had the opportunity to think, because it took them 40 days to come back. It took them 40 days to think about what God has said. They thought about what they have seen. They thought about their position, their disposition towards it. So they were thoughtful. They were not just wordful. They were thoughtful. It's very important to be thoughtful, because it is the thought process that strengthens and shapes your motivation. It is the thought process that either weakens you or pumps you and propels you to move forward. What else did they do? They communicated peace. Because they were thoughtful, they resolved to be calm. And because they had enough peace within them, they were able to communicate it. So they communicated what? Peace. Peace is very important. They were just two, but they told Moses, stand still, fret not, relax, be calm. Your thought process will quicken the peace that is inside you. So that's why you see people going through hard and difficult moments. It is not written in their head. They go calm because they have weighed it, they have thought about it, and they have gotten to their point of resolution where they either believe that God is well able. And that's why they were able to communicate peace. Though they were two, but what they shared, what they communicated was more motivating than the 10. So numbers is just a crowd. Well, was that all they did? We're processing the actions of Caleb and Joshua. They said, timing, it's very key, sir. Timing is key. They said, Uncle Moses, if we have to do this, we have to go right now. They know how to act on their strength. They know how to push how to bend this iron when it is hot. They said, let us go up at once. They kept their decision within their hearts. They all came back together, but they were not flippant. See, there's a Bible verse that said that in much words, when you keep talking and talking, you lose strength. So they didn't spill their strength. They didn't spill their conviction. They didn't spill their faith. They didn't engage in mere conversations. They knew that they are well able, to possess it. And they said, if we go now, or when we choose to go, we will possess it. So even if when God has said it, it is left for you to receive it and do act on it. So it is one thing for you to receive the promises of God. It is one thing for God to have spoken. Then it's left for you to act on it and knowing that you will possess it. Because the promise was, come, I'm going to take you to a land that is flowing with milk and honey. They had the opportunity to see it. Then they thought about it. They communicated peace and they're asking Moses, now is the time. Let us go, because we are very sure that we will possess it. They didn't end with all these mere words. No, they went to the next step to tell Moses, Uncle Moses, we are well able. What is your conclusion in life? You have gone through a lot of things, and you're rather going through a lot of things. The sky is not blue for you, but are you well able? What is your conclusion? Can you just start with your thoughts? That's where it starts from. Your thoughts. Change your thoughts. See, you go to church, you pray 1 hour, you pray 2 hours, and right after the prayers, oh, look at my life now. You are being defeated. You're saying negative words that does not look like your prayer point. You're saying words that does not look like your prayer life. You're saying words that do not look like your consecration. Align your words and your thoughts. Align your words and your commitments. Align your words and your consecration so that they can look alike. It is not enough for you to be consecrated. You are a chorister, you are in this group, you are doing this, you are doing. I celebrate all these many things that you are doing. Keep it up. But what is in your heart? What are your words? Are they validating this effort? Are they validating your results? Your legacy of hope. It's very important. And what is in your heart? Is it the same with your prayer time? Or is it the same with your Bible study time? Do you just read the Bible and close it and you start your spiral of negative words or negative cycle or negative outcome in life? So do well. Change it. Start with changing your mindsets. Progress to your references. And don't forget to visit your thoughts. And be watchful of what you are communicating. And remember, if you have received the word, timing is key. And always know that in everything you try to do, you can do it. You are well able. Thank you for watching this video and thank you for watching a Bible fact at this point. And I always love to do this because it's very important to my heart. I love you. God bless you. Amen.